Hi everyone, Tim again. On behalf of the Chesapeake Automotive Business Association, I have a really special guest today, Doug Kendzierski here. Thank you for joining us. He is the chair of the Transportation and Technology College here at the CCBC Catonsville campus, and someone we were really excited to get on camera here. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Tim. It's always good to have you here. Great strategic partner, somebody who really gets this model.
Well, thank you. Before we get too into the weeds, I do want to share that I'm a very proud alumni of the program here. My time was very valuable. I wouldn't be where I am in this industry if I didn't have the foundational knowledge and also meet the incredible faculty and staff that we'll talk about are very connected. So this place is very, very near and dear to my heart. I couldn't say anything more positive. So let's get into it. You've been in your role for really a while, and you've seen a lot of changes, cycles, all that kind of stuff. What was it when you first got into this industry or fell into your role here? I know your community's strong here. I think that's what I tell the students when I'm in the classrooms now as an alumni and a business owner. I let them know that the relationships and the people that they meet here, they're not going anywhere. If they intend to stay in this industry, that they're going to get to know these faces and they're going to realize how much that everybody has their back and the sense of community.
Indeed. I meet with these students day one, without exception. Kind of go over the ground rules, my expectations, what they can look forward to. But what I remind them consistently is, look around the classroom. This program is very successful in retaining and completing students, so the majority of these folks are still going to be here with you in the end. That's 2 years of intense training and work. You got to push past the initial weeks when somebody might tweak your nerves here or not exactly be your type there, because by the end of this process, these are going to be your brothers and sisters for the rest of your life. These are going to be people that you rely on when you're in industry, that you can call on. And it's just an absolute fact, and sometimes that's hard for them to wrap their heads around day one. But I remind them that, I've seen hundreds of students roll through this program, and it's always the case that like automotive shops, you will succeed together or you will fail together. So you better have each other's back. And you better be good to each other.
A lot's changed. So now that's a big divergence, that sense of community and all that. It's a very large transition for a young student going from a high school, even, some of the magnet schools, Eastern Tech, West, some of the ones that feed into this program pretty strongly. It's a big transition from high school to this program. So what are your thoughts on that? What do you do to help alleviate that?
I think the biggest challenge for many of these students is that in high school, there's more hand-holding. There is a significant responsibility on the teacher kind of lead them through success. And when they get here to college, what we remind them is, although we will surround them with all of the resources that they need to succeed, it's real world now. And because we're going to be placing them into shops early within the program, they got to get used to that real world right away. They need to take responsibility for their own education and for what this is going to culminate in, which is not a job. What we're preparing them for is a career. We're preparing them for a field that's going to constantly be a high demand and a low supply field when it comes to talent. That's one of the things that's changed, not the fact that it hasn't been, for my 15 years with the program, always high demand, low supply. But that gap has widened with an aging technical workforce. It's becoming more and more challenging for dealerships and independent shops to recruit talent and to pay them what they can get somewhere else. A lot of piracy going on in industry where, for a couple of bucks more an hour, people are trying to kind of max out what they can make. But it's also an industry that's been impacted significantly still by what happened during COVID and supply chain, when all of a sudden inventory levels dropped to record lows and the entire profit model shifted over to service, which is a great thing for technicians. But the prices on vehicles, even though supplies are up, the prices on vehicles have risen. Now we're dealing with the new administration and tariffs and the impact that that's going to have on the cost of new cars. And that's going to mean people holding on to their vehicles longer, requiring more service, better service, reliable service, and it's a technician's market, and that's a great thing.
This is a very unique time.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a great thing to wake up every morning and be excited to come to work.
On that note, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Pleasure.